Hi, this is the week 1 overview video. I'm going to quickly share my screen and hopefully go through this quickly so I don't take up more of your very valuable time. So here I am in the modules section, and I'm going to click on week 1 overview. Now this will look different once I finish recording this video. It will actually be in this area. So let's look down at the reading assignments. Now I said in my unit overview video that I have broken down some of these chapters for you. And the reason is there's a lot of text that you really don't need to read deeply, that you can just kind of skim through examples. So I'm just pointing out the areas where I really would like you to focus. So all of chapter 1.3, understand expectations for academic writing, and that just kind of sets the foundation and explains to you what's kind of expected for you in this type of course. In chapter 2, I suggest focusing in chapter 2.1, focus on the understand what rhetoric really is and leading up to Hannah Brencher. So just kind of the first section of that chapter section. In section 2.2, you're going to read from understand five key components of rhetoric up to the understand section. And then in that understand section, just skim the examples. You don't need to really read deeply. Then lastly, for chapter 2, you will look at section 2.3 and read from understand the rhetorical situation, which is the beginning of that section, up to the apply section. Likewise, in chapter 5, I suggest focusing on chapters 5.2 and 5.3, and you will see where you need to start and stop the reading. So usually I will end the reading before an understand, apply, or reflect section, and that will make sense to you when you have the text in front of you. So each weekly overview has the video overview, the reading assignments, then I have videos and lectures. So in addition to this overview, I usually will provide some kind of a brief lecture if I need to clarify. Sometimes the lectures can take the place of the reading, so it's really up to you to see if you can do without the reading and just rely on the lectures and other videos. That's really up to you. If you're struggling with an assignment, then you may need to go back and read something so that it makes sense to you. So there's a link to the lecture, the page that the lecture is on, as well as the PowerPoint that I use in that lecture. If you want to download the PowerPoint, have at it. You don't need it to understand the lecture, but if you want that to refer back to, if you see a slide that you're interested in seeing again, instead of going through the lecture, you can go through the PowerPoint and find the slide quite easily. Then there is that YouTube link, The Art of Rhetoric, Persuasive Techniques in Advertising. I do want you to watch this. I had developed a quiz based on this video, but I think the quiz is a little bit much because I have so much reading assigned to you. So I'm doing without the quiz, and I hope that you will understand everything that's presented. Some of it is a little repeat of the reading, so again, it's really up to you whether you want to go without reading or not. Then here we have the example rhetorical analysis essay, and I will show you that. Again, we have due dates, and then the rhetorical analysis of the Budweiser Super Bowl commercial. And I like how this person does the rhetorical analysis of advertisement, so I think this is a good example of the sorts of things people look for in advertising and visual media. So this is a good go-to video, and I've used it before in my classes with much success. And then lastly, we have the assignment checklist. There are 3 assignments that you will need to complete. The first one is the introductions, the discussion board assignment. So you have an initial posting due on the 14th. So that's the day after the semester starts. Hopefully you'll get a head start on that. And then I'm just giving you a day to respond to a couple of your peers. It does have points, but it's really a very low stakes assignment. It's just trying to get you to know one another and to kind of foster this sense of community, since you will be sharing writing with one another in that peer review. The second assignment is a journal assignment, and this is actually one of the reflect sections from the textbook. And I think it's a good exercise that helps you to practice the various things to look for in the well, they call it a multimodal text. So if you choose a visual print advertisement similar to what is shown in this exercise, then you have to look at the various elements of that multimodal text. It's going to be similar for a video in some respects, but then there are going to be some differences. Still, I think this gives you a lot of ideas as far as the elements that you should examine in your analysis. So I think this is a good preliminary exercise to help prepare for your analysis rough draft. So I hate that you only have a week since the semester starts to complete a rough draft. The rough draft will probably be around 1,000 words. I'm going to try to get as close to the required word count as we possibly can, and that is due on Wednesday the 20th, the morning of the 20th. I'm going to click next here so we can go through and actually look at the assignments. Here is the discussion board assignment. The initial post is due on Thursday, October 14th, with responses due on Friday, October 15th by the end of the day. These other assignments that aren't the writing assignments won't be due in the morning, but will be due at the end of the day. So if you don't know how to do a discussion board assignment, there are a couple of things here, and I have some directions here. First is the rubric. If you click up here on what is called the 3-dot snowman, and you click on show rubric, and hopefully this pop-up is showing. Let's see if yeah, it looks like it's showing. So this gives the rubric on how you will be graded. It's full 10 points. You have 2 points for providing your basic info, 3 points for the 3 questions that are for answering at least 3 questions, 4 points for responding to 2 peers. So it's essentially 2 points for each peer to which you respond, and then the timeliness, making sure that you do everything, you complete everything by the due date. So that is the rubric, the scoring rubric. And then if you come down here and you click on reply, you'll be able to type in this box, and you will be able to refer to the questions up here. So you're never going to leave the assignment. You can see the assignment and type your response here, and then you post reply. And then when you want to go and reply to a classmate's posting, there will be a similar little reply arrow at the bottom of their post, and you just click on that and you can reply that way. We click on next. This takes you to the page where the rhetoric lecture is. This is an embedded YouTube video, and hopefully all these videos, the closed captioning will eventually pop up. So if you need to have closed captions, you have that feature. If you click on play, it should pop up and have that option for you. And then here is the journal assignment. So you can do this as a text entry box or file upload. If you want to write it as a document and save it as a document, you can upload it as that. But this is exactly copied from chapter 5.2, section 5.2, and these are the various questions that are asked. And I state here, you don't need to go in great depth to answer these questions, but the idea is just to get you to think about the various elements and how they are rhetorically effective. And so as you choose your ads to analyze for your analysis, think about these elements and keep track of your thoughts here in this journal. So that is due Monday, October 18th. And then we come to the rhetorical analysis rough draft. So the instructions here are actually for the final draft. You'll see this again when you click on the final draft in or the final revision in week 2. And I also have links to the example rhetorical analysis. You saw that link in both the Unit 1 overview and the week overview. But then we have all the instructions here. Again, you will see the rubric. There are 10 elements. No, maybe 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 10 elements that you'll be evaluated on. But even though this is worth 0 points right now, it still is a part of your overall grade for the rhetorical analysis unit. So it's very, very important that you do this, and that you also do the peer review. So the peer review, it will actually be due in week 2, but it's here so you can see it and know when you need to have it completed by. So the rough draft is due Wednesday, October 20th by 8 a.m. Eastern time. I was going to say ET, but that just sounds weird. And you must be sure to write this and submit it as a Word doc or a PDF file. If you submit pages or anything else that's funky, I may not be able to read it. So just make it in a readable format. And these are the 2 most easily readable formats for me. That way I don't have to do any extra work of searching down your Google Doc or anything like that. So yeah, that is module 1. And I'll go back to the modules and you'll see how that's all laid out. So we have the week 1 overview, then we have the assignments, the lecture, and then 2 other assignments. Hopefully it's not too overwhelming and it's not too much work for 7 days. So if you have any questions, just shoot me an email and I'll be happy to help you out. All right, good luck. I look forward to reading your writing. Bye-bye.